New update. AITA for calling my friend a creepy weirdo after she posted a TikTok about my husband. My used-to-be close friend often hung out with me and my husband on double dates and weekend trips. She is an aspiring online influencer and loves recording and vlogging. My husband and I made it clear we didn't want to be in her videos, and she said she respected that. But last week, my brother sent me a TikTok link of June secretly recording my husband. My husband was horrified when he saw it and asked her to take it down, but she ignored it. We had to get friends and family to report the video. Now she got mad and accused me of being jealous of her success. Original post. I, 28F, am friends with this girl. Let's call her June, also 28F. In fact, my husband, 32M, and I often hang out with June and her boyfriend, i.e. go on double dates, have weekend trips, etc. We've known each other for over 2 years. I would say that we four we're pretty tight as a group up until this weekend. My husband is an orthodontist. One of his patients is June's half-sister, Raya, 12F. June often is the one accompanying Raya to her dental appointments. June is also a small-time online influencer. She's always recording and vlogging and stuff. Though my husband and I have made it clear to her, and we're absolutely not okay with our faces in her vlogs online, and she seemed to respect that boundary. We don't use social media, apart from Reddit, and we trusted her word when she said she's not going to post us online. Cut to last weekend, my brother sent me this TikTok link with the message, "Dude, you gotta watch this." I opened the link and it directed me to June's TikTok account. She doesn't have much followers, less than 10K, but the particular video he sent me had like 500,000 views, likes, I'm not sure which. Lo and behold, it was a video compilation of my husband with the title, "God, I see what you've done for others." The video was honestly the creepiest thing I've ever seen. She had recorded my husband during various of our double dates together, and it was clear he wasn't even aware he's being recorded. In some of the clips, she would start with her face and then pan the camera towards my husband with a cutesy expression and mouthing words like, "Oh my God." The worst one was where he was working on her half-sister, Raya, wearing scrubs, and she'd recorded even that. She didn't even bother to blur out the kid's face while she was lying on the dental chair. I showed the video to my husband, and he was horrified. He said it made him so uncomfortable and violated knowing that someone had been secretly recording him. He was angry that she'd recorded him working on a patient. He texted her asking to take down the video and delete every video she has of him. First, she feigned ignorance. Then she said that she meant no harm and that it was all for online engagement since, I quote, "TikToks with hot guys go viral very fast," and that she'd gained a lot of followers after posting that. This was all so weird, but my husband and I got our families and friends to report the video, and thankfully it's being taken down now. This pissed off June, and she sent me a long-ass text saying how I was jealous of her online success and that I couldn't stand seeing her succeed, blah blah blah. I replied saying, "You're delusional and unhinged. You're not successful, and you'll never be. Stay away from us, you creepy weirdo." Now she's all weepy and depressed and has been telling our common friends how mean I was to her. She's also been posting about mental health on her socials and about how mean some women are with their words, lol. AITA? Relevant comments. Commenter, "Just tell your mom that as she so obviously wants to fuck him, she can. But you will not be having anything to do with either her or him again. If you don't cut off the people who are treating your partner like dog shit, your partner's going to realize you don't have his back, and things will go downhill. Show up for your man, if he means that much to you." Can't believe you didn't simply storm out when she was saying all that shit to your dude. YTA for tolerating this. Your partner sees this, and you criminally underreacted. Commenter, "You should have just told your mom to go with your ex and date him if she thought he is so awesome." But tagging along, you didn't defend and actively dismissed the efforts of your current BF. Kinda hope he moves on since you won't stand up to either your mom or ex. OP, you're not wrong. It was a huge underreaction on my part. Reading this makes me realize just how much I let slide, and I can see how Ryan would feel unsupported. I should have been way firmer and made it clear that her behavior was totally unacceptable. Walking out would have sent a stronger message, and I get now that tolerating it probably hurt Ryan more than I realized. I've got some serious boundaries to set if I want to make things right with him and show that I'm in his corner. Story 4. AITA for not going to my sister's wedding after what she did to me? Hey Reddit, I seriously need some outside perspective, cause this situation is a mess. So, I'm 24F, and my sister, 28F, is getting married in 2 weeks. The problem? I don't think I can bring myself to go, and here's why. About a year ago, my ex, let's call him Mark, 26M, dumped me out of the blue after we'd been together for 2 years. I'm talking no warning, no nothing. He hit me with the classic, "I need to find myself" speech, and poof, he was gone. I was wrecked. I cried. I questioned everything, and yeah, I thought it was all on me. Fast forward a few months, and I found out that he wasn't just finding himself, he was finding my sister. Yeah. You read that right. He started dating my freaking sister right after we broke up, and neither of them told me. I had to find out from a mutual friend. Like, are you serious? When I confronted her, she gave me some lame excuse about how it just happened, and she didn't want to hurt me. Girl, what? Here's where it gets worse. They're getting married. Yup, she's walking down the aisle with my ex. And guess what? They've asked me to be a bridesmaid. The thought of standing up there, pretending like everything's chill while they say their vows. Nah, I'm not about that life. Now, my family's acting like I'm the one in the wrong here. My mom even said, well, he wasn't your husband, so it's not like it's a betrayal. What kind of twisted logic is that? My sister's telling me I'm selfish for not wanting to be there on her big day, and that I need to get over it for the sake of the family. So I straight up told her I'm not going. I'm sorry, but I can't fake smile through this. Now, they're all guilt-tripping me, saying I'll be the one ruining the family if I don't go. Like, how am I the problem here, AITA, for not wanting to go to my sister's wedding because she's marrying my ex? Or am I actually the selfish one? Relevant comments. Commenter, NTA. Her sister and ex totally crossed a line. It's your ex, but more importantly, it's her sister. That's a serious breach of trust. You have every right to protect yourself and not be involved in their happiness. Family doesn't mean you have to put up with toxic BS. Commenter, NTA, you're justified in feeling the way you do. Your sister and ex crossing that line is a significant breach of trust, and it's important to prioritize your own well-being. Family dynamics can get complicated, but you don't have to tolerate behavior that feels toxic or disrespectful. Protecting yourself is completely valid. Commenter, am I the only one being petty? If I were in OP's position, I would go to the wedding in a sexy red dress. Some say that red is worn by women who slept with the groom, looking hot as hell, and make sure to give a very pointed speech. I'd tell everyone that I wish a miserable marriage to two people with no values, who truly deserve each other. Then, I would let them know I'm cutting them out of my life because I don't need toxic, valueless people in it. OP's sister is just trying to show off that she's told OP's man. If she likes drama, I'd give her exactly that. She didn't win some prize. She just got a cheater who will probably cheat on her too. However, if OP doesn't want to create drama, she shouldn't go and should cut contact with those who are invalidating her feelings and showing favoritism to her bitchy sister. Thank you for sticking around until the end. If you liked our videos, please remember to like, share, and subscribe to keep up with our latest content. Have a wonderful day. Update 1. I don't want to make another post for the same thing, and I doubt I'm going to be updating again. 1. My husband's practice reached out to Raya's parents and informed them about the situation via an email, as they wanted everything documented. Like I mentioned in the comments, the parents have responded. They are shocked and very, very apologetic. They have agreed to chaperone Raya on her appointments instead of June. They wanted to meet my husband personally to apologize, but he informed them that that won't be necessary. 2. June's TikTok video is still in the process of being taken down. No new updates on that. I guess she contested the reports or something. I'm not entirely sure. My husband and I have blocked her. My brother is keeping an eye on her account, though, just in case she posts something else about us. We'll see what to do when it happens. We're going to be consulting a lawyer if she bothers us again in the future. 3. My husband is kind of shaken up, /upset, /annoyed about this whole thing. He's taken some days off from work, and so have I. We'll plan a trip somewhere, maybe, to take his mind off of these things. Right now, I need to be there for him. I won't be posting anything for now. 4. We haven't contacted her boyfriend yet. My husband is not in the right headspace right now, and I feel it'll be better if we focus on ourselves for the time being. We don't want the added headache of how the boyfriend will react if he's in on this or whatever. We'll inform him after some time. I know this is selfish, but I think it's for the best. Thank you all for the responses. Update 2. We thought the drama was done, but nope. We filled June's boyfriend in on everything, and he was shocked, hurt, and confused. Turns out June managed his social media, and he had no clue what she was posting. He thanked us, and we thought that was it. But then he asked to meet up, saying he needed to discuss something. And to be honest, we were extremely hesitant to meet with him. We were so done with the drama and didn't want to get sucked back in. But he seemed genuinely concerned and willing to listen, so we agreed. At the meeting, he revealed he'd confronted June. She broke down, professed her love, and claimed her obsession with my husband was for social media clout. Apparently, his total package made for great content. When he asked to see her phone, she refused. So he checked her laptop and found hundreds of sneaky photos and videos of my husband. And for laughs, she had pics of me looking my absolute worst mouth open while eating weird faces. The works. I think I'm pretty good looking, but these photos were the opposite. It's like she wanted to prove a point about my husband's ugly wife. June's boyfriend dumped her. But honestly, we're even more freaked out now. The scale of her obsession is terrifying. Hundreds of photos and videos? That's not just a crush. That's fixation. The thought of her escalating to something more is keeping us up at night. As a small consolation, June's boyfriend made her delete the videos from her social media and laptop. But God knows how many more copies she has. Despite June not reaching out after all this went down, we're still on high alert. Her radio silence is kinda unnerving, and we're bracing ourselves for whatever might come next. Hopefully it is in fact just for social media clout, not some weird baby reindeer type obsession with my husband. It's kinda unsettling how she was friends with me for over 2 years. We hung out often. We've gone on weekend trips with her and her boyfriend. We have so many mutual friends, and yet no one knew she's doing this behind our backs. Either I'm bad at reading people or she's very good at being sneaky and deceptive. I'm also mentally kicking myself for not realizing that someone was taking pictures of me. I feel my husband and I both need to be less dumb and more aware of our surroundings, LOL. On a brighter note, Raya's parents are super thankful to my husband for still treating Raya after everything. That's it for now. Hopefully this is really the end. Relevant comments. Commenter, just be careful. OP. Jane sounds unhinged. OP. We are. It's kind of scary though, because she knows where we live / where we usually hang out / where I work / where my husband works. Commenter, man, this is wild, but at least the boyfriend saw the truth and dumped her. Nobody needs that kind of obsession in their life. Stay safe, y'all. Also, don't be too hard on yourself for not noticing. Guess she was just a pro at being creepy. OP. Her boyfriend is also the victim here. I feel bad for him. Story 2. AITA for being furious after my boyfriend, M30, said he would get custody of my daughter, F6. I, F28, have a 6-year-old daughter from a previous relationship. I've been with my boyfriend, M30, for about a year now, and while he's been great with my daughter, things took a weird turn recently. We were having a conversation about future plans, and out of nowhere, he said, "If we ever break up, I'll get custody of your daughter." I laughed at first, thinking he was joking, but then I saw the serious look on his face. I asked him what he meant, and he doubled down, saying he's always been great with kids, and that he could easily take care of her better than you can. I was absolutely floored. I told him that my daughter is not a bargaining chip or a trophy to be won. He got defensive and said I was overreacting, that he just meant he cares about her and wants to be involved in her life. I get that he loves her, but the way he said it felt threatening. Since then, I've been thinking about whether I can trust him to be around my daughter. I've brought it up a few times, but he just brushes it off, saying I'm being dramatic. I'm really considering ending the relationship, but I'm worried I might be overreacting. AITA for being so upset about this? Relevant comments. Commenter, that's psychotic. It's one thing to discuss being in her life still if you guys break up, but to say this is so very weird. He's insulting your parenting while also completely unaware of how custody works. This is such a big red flag. Commenter, NTA. Your boyfriend's comment was a big red flag. Saying he'd get custody of your daughter is way out of line, even if he cares about her. It comes off as controlling. Trust your gut. You're not overreacting. Your priority is protecting your daughter and yourself. Commenter, not to mention the whole he can take care of her. Better than OP bullshit. Like, what? That's breakup material. Leave now and lock down any access to your daughter. Call her school and doctor and tell them both what's going on. That kind of delusional thinking can lead to some very scary situations. Story 3. AITA for confronting my mom after my wealthy ex crashed her birthday dinner, and she said I should be grateful to have options. My 26F mom's birthday was last week, and I planned a cozy dinner for her with my boyfriend Ryan, 27M. Ryan's not rich, but he's genuinely kind, and he'd saved up to make the evening special, even picking out a nice restaurant he could comfortably afford. We've been dating for a year, and he treats me with so much respect and love. My ex, Daniel, 29M, is a different story. He's incredibly wealthy, but was emotionally manipulative and used his money to control me. My family was obsessed with him while we were together because they only saw the flashy gifts and vacations, not the constant fights and toxic behavior. Somehow, Daniel found out about my mom's dinner, we have mutual friends, and without an invitation showed up with a designer handbag as a gift for my mom. He even suggested we upgrade to a fancier restaurant, and my mom, who was clearly thrilled, accepted without asking us. At this point, Ryan was visibly uncomfortable, but I tried to make the best of it for my mom's sake. Throughout dinner, my mom couldn't stop gushing about how thoughtful Daniel was, openly comparing him to Ryan. She kept saying things like, "You had the perfect guy, why did you let him go?" And even told me, in front of both men, that I should be grateful to have options. I was mortified. Ryan was clearly hurt, and I felt my mom's comments were disrespectful to our relationship. Afterward, I pulled her aside and told her how hurtful she'd been. I reminded her of why I left Daniel and explained that he didn't give those gifts out of generosity, but to control me. I told her that Ryan may not have Daniel's money, but he treats me with genuine love and respect. She just rolled her eyes and accused me of overreacting, saying I was throwing away a better future. The worst part? She's since told family members I'm settling for Ryan and claims I embarrassed her at her birthday dinner. Now, my family's divided. Some agree with me, while others say I was dramatic and should have been grateful Daniel went out of his way for her. AITA for confronting her?